Down in the great state of Georgia, the first days of the runoff campaign are in full swing, with Raphael Warnock clearly in great fear of Herschel Walker, and he starts right up ramping up smear tactics against Herschel, claiming that he has a disturbing history. Mr. Warnock, so do you. Take a look.
This is a choice about competence and about character. And when it comes to character, we all know that it doesn't get any better for my opponent. Sadly, I'm running against someone who lies about every aspect of his life. Everything. His own staff says he lies like he's breathing. I'm just repeating what they said, his own staff. And we've seen that Herschel Walker has a disturbing history, a pattern of violence against women, against his own family. And he refuses to take responsibility for that.
Let's see. In 2020, your wife, Mr. Warnock, claims that you tried, after a domestic dispute, to use a weapon known as an automobile to run her over, and in fact ran over her foot. You were arrested for obstruction of justice in a case involving child abuse at a camp you were running, in which 5 instances were discovered to varying degrees. On top of the character issue, you're the guy that's friends with the rabid, racist, and anti-Semite Louis Farrakhan. You're the one that praises the ever so controversial Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who said GD America the Sunday after 9/11. You're the one that praised the murdering dictator thug Fidel Castro. You want to talk about character? Let's make it a race about character, because Herschel Walker is seeing more and more momentum ahead of this December 6th runoff. Clearly, that man, Raphael Warnock, is afraid. Now, he is hauling in well over $3 million Herschel did on the first day of the runoff for the campaign. Here with more on this, and, of course, the situation out in Nevada is Lindsey Graham, South Carolina Senator. Let's start in Nevada. You've been following these numbers closely. We had anticipated, we thought there was about 87,000 ballots in Clark County. That's heavily Democratic. So it turns out there's only 50. Now, after tonight's drop, there's only about 38,000 votes left in Clark County. And then you got a lot of votes in counties that favor Adam Laxalt, who has a, what, 13,000, 14,000 vote lead. What does that tell you?
Adam's going to win. So there's a pathway in Arizona. Kerry Lake told you about how we can get there in Arizona. There's a 20-lane highway in Nevada. You can land a space station on the pathway that Adam Laxalt has. 60% of what's left are same-day ballot drop-offs. They're our people. She can't get there from here. 4,000 votes are going to come in pretty soon, we think, from rural Nevada to make up for what you saw today. She can't get there from here. By the way,
this just
Adam
came
Laxalt
in, Lindsey.
is going to win this race.
One county just came in, and apparently Adam Laxalt, which county was it? It was a smaller rural county, and that is plus 1,000 for Adam Laxalt. Boy, you're like Nostradamus.
You know what? I tell you, I don't get paid nearly enough. As a matter of fact, I don't get paid anything. It's probably legit that I don't get paid. He's going to win, okay? So he's going to tell you tomorrow how he wins. They're counting votes in Arizona. I like where we're at in Arizona. I love where we're at in Nevada. What are we going to do in Georgia? We're going to vote again, okay? Now, what Warnock said is the sign of a loser. That press conference today, when he went after Herschel, tells me he's losing. And here's one rule you should never forget in politics. The nightmare for an incumbent is to be in a runoff. Warnock has been in office for years. He raised $100 million. Every media outlet in the country tried to destroy Herschel, and Warnock fell short. If you don't win the first time as an incumbent, you're not going to win the second time in a runoff. Perdue and Loeffler lost. Warnock's going to lose. You can't buy a seat, but the lack of money can lose a seat. And I worry that Blake didn't have enough money against Kelly. Now, Herschel got outspent 2-1. We're going to do this thing again December the 6th. Join teamherschel.com tonight. Right now, blow up the internet. Let's have the best day we've ever had. I'm all in. I'm moving to Georgia. I'm going to do everything I can to help Herschel. I'm going to knock on doors. I'm going to call people that I know in Georgia. TeamHerschel.com. Warnock is going to lose if we give Herschel the resources to get his message out. And here's the most important point I'm going to make tonight. They're trying to destroy Herschel to deter young men and women of color from being Republicans. If they destroy Herschel, it will deter people of color from wanting to be a conservative Republican because you just have your life ruined. We cannot let that happen. We need to have his back. If Herschel wins, he's going to inspire people all over Georgia of color to become Republicans, and I say all over the United States. Herschel Walker is a nightmare for liberals. He's an African-American conservative. They have belittled him. They have treated him like crap. His family. Stand by Herschel tonight. If you can give. If you know somebody that can give, ask them to do it. TeamHerschel.com. The conservative movement for people of color is on the ballot in Georgia. We must help people like Herschel for the benefit of our country and the future of conservatism. TeamHerschel.com, please.
Wow, very powerful. Senator Lindsey Graham, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.